Hello, world, with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How are you, everyone? Oh, look at that. I hope everybody had a beautiful day. You know what I have to do first and foremost? I need to check to see if I am buffering. So let me check. And right now it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. But I need to go and do some general housekeeping. My screen is really dirty. So I need to, you know, clean that and protect it. Hi, Richard. How are you? Holla. Welcome to Hello World. Ooh, look at that time. I hope you had a beautiful day. So, just as a reminder, hey, GW, how are you? Shouldn't you be in Susie Q's place? She was having a really good talk. I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to go live. But I was enjoying her talk. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells. Hey, Flat Earth, how are you? If you can, feel free to share out the stream, and also give me thumbs. It doesn't matter if you do up or down. It doesn't matter, because guess what, guys? I'm not in competition with anything or anyone. Like, so if you give me a thumbs down, that really doesn't matter. If you give me a thumbs up, it doesn't matter either, because it's still content. So it's fine. However you feel, whichever way you want it to go, that's okay. But give me something. Hey, Eva, how are you? Thank you, Eva, for jumping in. Okay, okay. Thank you, GW. I appreciate it. So, you guys know how I like to talk about my day. So, I woke up this morning and I went to work. Everything was good at work. Everything was good. I can't complain. It was kind of busy, but not too busy. I was on YouTube. I was, meeting new people, and I was seeing old people and old friends, and or whatever the case may be, right? And so after that I went to the gym, and I didn't stay as long as I normally do, but I do feel like I worked out because my legs are sore, and that's about it. But I was doing more leg exercises than anything. But man, the bottom of my foot is still bothering me so bad. So that's kind of like one reason why I didn't stay too long. And then I came back, and I think cutting up onions uh, has my eyes like feeling really like there's salt in them. So I cut up a whole onion because I put that in my meal for my lunch tomorrow, and probably I'll eat a little bit of it before I go to bed tonight. So how was everybody's day? Hey, Maurice, how are you? How are you? Tonight is going to be somewhat of a deep topic. And I thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it, for giving me a little bit of your time. I really do appreciate it, because we're here to grow with each other so we can be better versions of ourselves. Yes. Um, in this channel, you don't have to worry about me trying to preach to you about anything, because I think we're all humans and we all go through the same types of situations. And who am I to preach to anybody? All I'm doing is pointing out what is the obvious that we kind of hide from. Hi, information. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So tonight, guys, I'm just going to get right into it. I want to talk about broken. Like, how many of us really can admit to ourselves? You don't have to admit it to the chat or me. It doesn't matter, because I want you to focus on yourself, right? Because the more you focus on yourself and see who you truly are, you may want to change a few things. You may want to make things a little better. You may even see something really ugly inside of you. And that would be the perfect time to work on it, right? Because we all have had ugly inside of us, no matter what stage in life you are. We've all had ugly. But it's up to us to decide whether we want to get rid of that ugly, live with that ugly, or become ugly and make everyone else ugly. It's that simple. We make choices like these every single day with the actions that we do and all that. So, guys, if you are broken, I absolutely feel you 100% because I used to be broken at one time. And there's certain things that may hurt my feelings, but I'm talking about that deep brokenness where it's like nothing can seem to like take away that hurt, that brokenness, not that hurt, but that brokenness. It's going to probably be the fight of your life, but you've got to look at your broken piece or whatever caused your brokenness and say, listen, I can't do this anymore. I've got too many things that I need to accomplish in this world that my creator, God, whoever it is that you believe in, took the time to form you into the very person that you have become because they knew that you had greatness inside of you. But it's only going to take a spark just to help get that out. And Rosie Wren was on here last night talking about that. If you guys don't notice, a lot of times I don't look at the chat. So if I don't say hello to you, it's not because I am ignoring you. It's just because I'm focused on people who may be watching or rewatching this, that it may be necessary for them to hear this. And it's necessary for me to absorb it as well. Because what is a person who talks at you when they don't apply it for themselves? So I like to apply a lot of the things that we talk about. So when you have realized how truly broken you may have become or are, it's time. That's time saying to yourself, you got to get rid of this because you can't move forward. You're not going to be able to function any longer in this capacity. You can't function any longer. It's kind of like how with hearts, right? When they have um, too much plaque build up in the heart, eventually it'll stop pumping. It'll start pumping very slow. But when brokenness keeps on coming at you and getting stronger and stronger, it's just saying you got to deal with this. You have to deal with this so that you can start beating and functioning regularly the way you were intended to be. How do you work on brokenness? Sometimes you may have to focus on yourself, meaning sometimes you may have to close the door and really work on it. Write down the source, write down some ideas, and then you'll be able to find the source. You can even call people, or if you don't have anybody you can talk to, you can go to a counselor. Do whatever you have to do, but don't turn to synthetic things that will only numb you for a moment and then make you addicted. See, because that's a lot of what happens. There's a lot of broken people who didn't work on that broken and that brokenness. And they turn to something to ignore the pain. And now they'll never be able to feel again the same way. It's going to be harder for them to work on what caused the brokenness. So I'm telling you now, it's kind of like ripping a band-aid off of flesh with hair, like a lot of thick hair. Or let's just say you're getting a waxing. You put that nice, warm, soothing thing and then rip. Whoever said that being broken or overcoming or resisting brokenness would ever be easy? It's not easy. It's never meant for it to be easy because if it were easy, you would never feel broken. You would just go along in life and be like, hey, it is what it is. But it's time, guys, it's time. There are so many people who are broken who end up, just like I was talking about the poo poo pants the other day, who end up pushing their brokenness on other people. Now all those other people have that building inside of them, right? Because that's how it happens. It's usually a trickling effect. You ever notice how You could be in a room and then one person enters it and like, or a few people enter it and you just feel like the whole atmosphere changed. There's something wrong. That's how brokenness is. It'll try to attach to you and you can be perfectly fine. How that attaches to you? Oh, they may push that button. Hmm. You know that button where you're just about to say black out on somebody, or they do something that bothers you, or they blame you for something that you had nothing to do with. That's that brokenness trying to jump on you. Half the times we don't even recognize that as somebody's brokenness jumping on top of us because we're so ready to react. Because like what? You always have to have an answer for something, right? No. I think the longer we sit back, evaluate the situation, like, oh yeah, that has nothing to do with me. The easier to be for you not to react in a way that that brokenness can jump onto you. Okay, so you may be working on your brokenness. Congratulations, and please continue to do so because it's like an onion, just peeling back each layer, or a butterfly, or a worm that turned into a butterfly. Or you know what I'm saying. Maybe it's not a worm, but or a flower that's just blooming. You think that is easy? You think that feels good for a flower to like twist open and bloom? I'm pretty sure it has its little feelings. Imagine if you are broken, right? Imagine being able to live life free of worry, free of that hurt that's been holding you back. Man, like I know one person in particular that comes to mind that they're so broken that they continuously push everybody and anything away. And then, you know what the excuse is? That's just the way my life is. I don't buy it. Your life is not supposed to be that way. Our lives are not supposed to be that way. Yes, we'll have ups and downs, which is normal and healthy. But for you to always think that your life always goes down and it's always everybody doing something to you, you're broken, or possibly you're broken. Get to the root of that. Did your mom hurt you? Did your father hurt you? Did a boyfriend hurt you? Did a girlfriend hurt you? Did a teacher hurt you? Did you do something that you cannot forgive yourself from? Brokenness can come in many different forms. It doesn't always have to be a person doing anything. It could be you doing it to yourself. So if you feel like, yeah, I'm the one that's broken and I'm tired of being broken, I'm proud of you because it takes a lot of humility to admit that to your own self. You know how we always like to say, no, I ain't a punk. I ain't broken. It has nothing to do with being a punk. It has everything to do with saying, I cannot do this life all by myself. And I'm very proud to admit that I need help. Takes the edge off, right? When you can admit that you can't do everything by yourself and that you're not going to allow your pride to stop you from becoming whole, maybe again, or just becoming whole in general. Imagine this. Maybe you have been broken for the majority of your life. Oh my goodness. There's so much beauty, right? You'll start to notice how nature is so beautiful. I feel like a lot of people who are humble, now please don't kill me, guys. Please do not judge me because I don't judge you. I feel like from what I have witnessed in recent years, the people who are at peace most are the ones that are closest to nature. How close are you to nature? That's for you to answer for yourself. There's nothing like the peace of hearing birds chirp and just seeing how your trees can blow in the wind and just appreciating how the color of the sky or the moon or the stars are. Even just watching other people walk by and just seeing like, wow, that's a family right there. And they're walking their dog or their cat. How many people have ever walked a cat? I would love to see that. I really would love to see that because I think I would definitely be cracking up. I think I definitely would crack up if I saw someone walking a cat on a leash. But until you are ready to focus on hurts that maybe you had nothing to do with, pains that maybe you caused, struggles that maybe making bad decisions have been inflicted on you by your doing, admit that it's not everybody else's fault. Oh man, what about relationships? Take time to get to know each other. Why is it that I hear so many people after 1 and 2 days they have sex? Like, I'm not knocking you. Trust me, I'm not knocking you. Because if you're feeling each other, you're feeling each other. But don't expect for people to like do extra because they already got everything. And I'm not saying that you have to hold out, you don't. But I imagine if you just enjoyed the process of just getting to know each other. And if getting to know each other means that you need to get in the bed, then fine, do you. But just emotionally getting to know each other before we get the physical in there, making sure that you actually connect, right? Because a lot of times we do things out of lust versus just really, really saying, hey, is this going to be a relationship that's worth keeping? Is this person worth having in my life for more than a year or two? Do I want to have children with this person eventually? Can I see myself having children? And you know what? Maybe you figured it out within that first year and they didn't show their true colors because some people can hold back how they truly are for a long time and they trick you. I'm sorry. But if we only get to know each other before we get into relationships, before we start calling each other friends, before we start investing in each other, before we start saying, oh, I know them, I vouch for them. You don't know them. You can't vouch for them when you don't know them for that long. Heck, I know people that I've known for many years and I still probably wouldn't vouch for them because I know their actions. But anyway, that's besides the point. That by just getting to know somebody without putting any extra emotions into it could sometimes help you from a world of discomfort or brokenness. Again, there's situations that happen that are beyond our control, but now you have to work your way out of it, work your way out of the trauma that was caused. Again, this is just me chit chatting with you, just so we can think about different things. Sometimes it's worth thinking about brokenness. If you're tired of being broken, tonight was your night to come to become free. Hey, BD. Hey, Kinky Lock, what's going on? Hi, Rose. What up, E Sleep? Hi, Myra. Hey, Jay Dog. Congratulations. What up, my great finds? Terry, go. And you know what, too, guys? Go check each other out. Go check each other's content and channels out. And you may get encouraged. You have no idea. But, you know, Give everybody a chance. You also never know. Some of the people that you encounter may be able to help you out of your brokenness. It's up to you to decide whether you're ready to let go of that pain, because some of us are so used to being in pain that it feels good. Makes sense, right? Some of us are so used to being in pain that it actually feels good. So when that pain starts to get lighter and you really start to feel like different from pain, you don't like it. Hmm. Just another thing to think about. Hmm. I just say though, if you fall into the category of being a broken person, please, 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 please take today as your first step in really looking at the situation, looking at yourself. Did I do anything to hurt? Did I do anything to cause this? Did I do anything to make or add to it? What is the real reason why I'm broken? Is it something that happened now or years ago? And you have to truly give yourself that opportunity to go through the process, right? Because the process is going to be a little bit more painful, but once you clean off that that plaque, you'll feel so good. Absolutely so good. Hey Donatella, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Sometimes your tiredness, and I'm talking to myself too, right? Sometimes tiredness, it has nothing to do with you physically being tired. It could be you are so tired emotionally that your body is in a way giving up. Figure out why you're tired. Is it because you're physically tired or is it because you're tired of being broken? Are there things that you want to fix in your life that are worth fixing in your life? Absolutely. We all have things in our lives that are worth fixing. I tell you this though, of all the brokenness in the entire universe, there is nothing that compares to human hurt. The way we hurt each other sometimes. I'm thinking about myself personally. I don't know about you guys, because I can admit there's some people that have truly broken me. Broken. Yeah, I still forgive them. It took time, trust and believe it took time. And if I ever saw them face to face, I don't know how I would react. But in my heart, I know like it's okay. Like I see why. I look at both sides. Like, okay, I did this, they did that. Maybe I could have done this a little better. Maybe they could have done that a little better. And maybe it wouldn't be the way it is or was. But guys, we have got to stop hurting each other. Because that human broken, you know how like they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words absolutely hurt you. That's human brokenness, man. Sometimes the way we talk to each other, sometimes the way we do each other. I mean, sometimes people don't realize what they're doing, so okay, I can let them slide. But when you purposely and willingly know what you're doing and you still do it anyway, man, you are pushing somebody a few years back, or maybe not. I don't know. But we need to consider how our actions can either negatively or positively affect somebody. And if it's gonna negatively affect somebody, then maybe change your actions. Maybe not do it. It's like a little feather flying or something. Let's guard our hearts, guys. Let's monitor what we say, because what we say is actually how our heart is truly feeling. So when I hear somebody say like, "Oh, Joy," or if someone ever said, "Joy, you're such a jerk," or whatever the case may be, that's how your heart really feels about me. Or maybe, okay, maybe that's a bad example. Let me think of a good example. You may think I'm a jerk, right? And then you do something, that action that would make me believe you think I'm a jerk, like mm, cut me off or something like that, or like falsely lie on me about something. You obviously think I must be a jerk to lie on me. I don't know. You put the sample in your head, the example in your head that will work for you. But once you pay attention to your heart, that's what's going to come out. And a lot of times we've all been a little too bitter for too long. You want to know what bitterness is? Sit down and observe the conversations that people have. Mm. Ooh, their heart be like, ouch. Kind of like don't even know what to say around them, because they might add you to their pile of bitterness. Because then you may say something that you didn't think would offend them, but it offends them, and now they hold you. They want to crucify you along with everybody else that they feel bitter about. Do we have to walk on eggshells with each other? No, we shouldn't, but we should be open enough, or we should learn to become open enough to talk with each other with a little bit of respect, with some humility. And remember, man, that's somebody's mother, that's somebody's child, that is someone's wife, that is someone's husband, that is someone's father or mother. And maybe you might not say what you want to say that first comes to mind. What about the people that are just purely rotten? I don't know. Because I do believe there's a small percentage of people that are purely rotten. You just got to run to the opposite thing, because they'll be the ones that infest you with poo poo pants. You want to know where I got that poo poo pants from? Go back 2 episodes ago and you'll see the episode called Poo Poo Pants. We talked all about it, how we inflict each other with the poo poo and how we can overcome being poo poo pants. Understand this though. If we don't make a concerted effort to say, I need to work on something in our life, in my life, then I will not be able to enjoy all of the beautiful things that are just waiting for me if I only just work on a few things at a time, right? Because we're all works in progress every day. When you cross that hurdle, another one's going to come. But if you consistently work on yourself daily, you're switching things up. You're never stagnant. And a lot of times we become so stagnant. Like I was talking about this maybe earlier this year, about how stagnant water, once it doesn't move, there's no movement in the water, it becomes all mildewy and toxic. That's how some of us have been for a very long time. We become so toxic because we haven't moved emotionally. Start moving. Start working on yourself. Because guess what? When water is moving, fish will want to live there. People will want to drink from your water. Things will start to grow. But if it's not flowing, smell like sewer water, right? Ooh. And probably it would be toxic to even inhale that. So, guys, that brokenness is that pond that hasn't been moved. or that water that hasn't been moved in our lives. Start getting that chisel to get that plaque out of your heart. Start getting, dipping your finger in that pool or that pond that just is good enough to have something living in it. Your life is amazing and it's valuable. Once you see that value, you'll start adding to other people's lives. And when you can add to others people's lives, that makes you even better. Won't that make you happy to know that you can help other people if you're a little bit more whole? Guys, I am on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. That means I go on around that time. Hello World is all about us talking about different things that are very uncomfortable sometimes, and other times just fun and relaxed and chill. But at the end of the day, if we don't start talking about these things, guys, we will never see that beautiful promise of a better tomorrow. And if you don't believe that there's a better tomorrow, I'm going to try to encourage you to at least, you know, like, open that eye a little bit. You guys are so beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about you. Your life is so valuable. And even though you're so vulnerable from time to time, even though we're so vulnerable from time to time, it doesn't make us weak. It just makes us human. And if you can't admit that you're human, then you're a robot. And I'm scared of robots, AI, all of that. So I'd rather deal with a human any day. You guys are the difference every day. Please choose to be the difference in a positive way and not the negative, because we make that choice every day. There is so much amazingness that is in you that it's going to take all of us, and some people more specifically, to help us reach those impossible possibilities that we never thought existed. Because as you grow, you're going to glow. Yes. And when you're glowing, your radiance is going to bless so many people who never thought that they can have a ray of sunshine outside of nature. Somebody that actually cares about them. Think about it, guys. There are tons of people, and I've seen this in other chats. There are tons of people who have come from brokenness and they're doing so much better now. But they worked on their brokenness. They took a chance on life and worked on it. So I challenge you to do the same thing. If you are a person who's going through or is broken, I challenge you. And let me tell you, they encouraged me. They encouraged me with their story, and I appreciate it. I really want them to come on and share their story with you guys, with all of us. Because I think it's amazing to know that there is triumph over trials. And it's real human being people, everyday people that are sharing this. So, anyway, I hope that you rest so peacefully tonight that you wake up refreshed so you're able to be the difference for so many people, guys, for so many people that are just waiting for that glimmer of hope. Like Rosie said last night, never give up. I'm reminding you, never ever give up. No matter how hard things get, don't give up. Don't let the trials of life, don't let the disappointments and the discouragement of other people make you decide to give up, because you cannot. There are too many people above them, below them, that you have not met yet that you need to encourage. So you can't give up. You got to encourage your family. You have to encourage yourself. You got to encourage other people online because you never know what state somebody is in unless they tell you. Don't be an emotional bag. Don't be an emotional punching bag, and don't do it to other people. So, guys, if you ever want to get to know anything about me, Joy, or Be the Difference Clothing, there are links down below. Please click on those links. Consider supporting the business because Be the Difference is a clothing company that inspires to encourage people through design and messages. So please consider purchasing an item or two. Hey, we buy so many other things on a daily basis. Why not? If it's gonna help somebody, why not? And also, there are other things that I've done, like docuseries, where we talk, like I was just talking about, with everyday people that were sharing their life through their perspectives. A lot of you have seen the video of Michelle when you first come to the channel, and you know that we're not the same person. But Michelle gave her testimony, her story about what addiction did for her and did to her and her family. So I encourage you just to watch it and encourage you, if you have a story, start telling people because people can be healed or become or start to heal when they know that they're not alone. So until we meet again, guys, I really appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time. I hope that, and I truly, truly believe this, and I hope that you all also understand that I never, ever try or have the intention of hurting anybody. If you feel hurt, it's because it's your soul saying it's time for us to deal with this. So until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, signing out on another episode of Hello World. Hello!